Hey, Mr. White, did you hear about Candace?
Your mother hung herself! I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better! The Tale of Naruto Uzumaki.
富岡義勇
姫島表明
イグロー払い宇髄天元時藤無一郎
煉獄巨次郎
品津川実美
胡蝶忍神野地光
Your dick brick hard like a metal. I got 3 holes for it like a pretzel. Hey, there's a version, boy, don't get nervous. I'm here to serve you customer service.
Nani?
Say dick back giving it CPR. I say dick back giving it CPR.
Every time I'm back in the city, it's just a mess.
Oh my god, esto va a ser épico, papus.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His footsteps, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he ooh-woos, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
I've heard that if you destroy your art on TikTok, then it gets on the For You page. So I just wanted to say, if you ever see me do that, you can just cancel me, because at that point I will be
Drop it.
I'm so glad I switched to CSB in time for this rush to trend.
Bankai!
Ice on my neck, that's incoming. I'm a pretty boy, I'm stunning. Super speed Sonic, I'm running. Super, super, super.
バキバキに俺何も心をだよこんな肉だけ何を
ブロック
精をだよ。
相変わらず読めねえ。
Construiré un mundo en el que podamos estar juntos.
No flat line, what were you scared about? Baby sat by and felt the wind madness, I call it a quarter of quarters. No boundary boredom, no boundary in boredom. I can tell that your drinking eyes never open. I and say somebody will die, and I hate hoping. Wishing that the pills let you cry, and I hate hoping. Someday I will go back outside and see her okay.
Q, my child is completely fine.
丈太郎ディアほう
捧げよ捧げよ心臓を捧げよ余らせない君はそ空の僕はやりちんちんちのオスだよ
Not that bad. It just needs a little shaping. To the salon!
So yesterday, me and my wife were just chilling on the couch, and all of a sudden I get a text message from my neighbor John. So I opened the text message, and it was so disgusting, I wrote it down so I can read it to you guys. This is what it said. Hey Andreas, it's your neighbor John, and I've been feeling so guilty lately that I haven't been able to sleep, and I think it's time to confess. I've been helping myself to your wife when you're at work, probably more than you do. It's so incredible and so fun, and I haven't been able to contain myself. Sometimes it goes on for hours. I know it's no excuse, but I don't get any at my house. Anyway, I apologize and it won't happen again. So I read the message to my wife and I look at her and I go, you are a disgusting, cheating tramp. I never want to see you again in my life. I want a divorce, and you are nasty, you are grimy, you are disgusting. I don't want to see you again. So right before my wife went to speak, I get another text message from John. So I open the message, it says, shit, I really hate autocorrect. I meant to say Wi-Fi.
Here are the most bizarre things that have ever happened at Disney World.
There was a time where a couple tried to smuggle a baby onto Space Mountain.
A couple was in line to ride Space Mountain when their duffel bag started to make noise, and the couple refused to open it.
So the cast member called security, and when they opened the bag, they saw a 6-month baby inside of it. The baby was okay, but my goodness.
People try to spread their loved one's ashes in the Haunted Mansion.
This actually happens way too often, and cast members have to try and stop it as much as they can.
It causes the ride to shut down temporarily for an emergency ash cleanup.
A husband made a very bizarre announcement at Cinderella's castle.
The family of 4 came in for dinner, and about halfway through, the husband politely stands up
and he announced that his wife of 15 years had been cheating on him. Wow.
In 2007, Tigger punched a teenager in the face.
Apparently the boy was messing with Tigger's costume and Tigger wanted him to stop and he didn't, and then punched him in the face.
If you're ever driving late at night, don't do what they did. One night, a boy and his friend were on their way to a school dance when they saw a girl on the side of the road looking lost. They stopped the car and asked if she needed a ride, and she asked them to take her home. They said that they were going to a school dance and asked if she wanted to come too. She agreed. But these boys wouldn't know yet that this girl was not an average hitchhiker. So they all got in the car and the girl sat in the back seat. After a while, the girl would constantly say that she was cold, so one of the boys gave her his jacket. They got to the dance and things were pretty normal, but what happened after would make the boys question reality. When the night was almost over, it was finally time to take the girl home. When they almost arrived, the girl told them where she lived, but told them to drop her off close by so she can walk the rest of the way. So that's what they did. But after the girl walked away, the boy who let her borrow his jacket realized that he never asked for his jacket back. His friend said that they could just come back tomorrow for it. The next morning, they came back expecting to get the jacket and leave, but things were not so simple. They came up to the girl's house and knocked on the door, but they were shocked at what they discovered as soon as the door opened. Have you ever met someone who wouldn't take no for an answer? That's what happened to Jillian, but things took a strange and unexpected turn. Jillian always went to this one cafe, and one day she bumped into a young man. His name was Charles. Charles came from a wealthy family and thought that no woman could ever say no to him. He asked Jillian to have coffee with him, and she did. They had a friendly conversation for a while, but by the time the cafe was about to close, Charles gently grabbed Jillian by the hand and asked her out. She said, "I'm sorry, you're just not my type," and left. This made Charles furious. From then on, he'd come to the same cafe every single day to hope that Jillian was there. It got to the point where Jillian would look through the window and see Charles waiting for her. She'd feel uncomfortable and leave. It just seemed like he wouldn't take no for an answer. But things were not so simple. One day, it was the final straw. Charles brought flowers to the cafe and waited for Jillian. When she didn't show up, Charles took the flowers, threw them on the ground, and stomped on them. He yelled, "That's it, I'm gonna make you my girlfriend if it's the last thing I do." The next day, he looked up Jillian's address in the phone book and went to her house. But he could never have expected what he would find there. Follow for part 2.
And after like a couple hours of playing Xbox, my friend's like, "Yo, I want to play GTA with you, but I let my sister borrow it. Can you go in her room and grab it for me off the desk?" And I was like, "Dude, fuck no. Like, your sister's sleeping. She doesn't even know me that well. Like, I don't want to knock on her door and wake her up." He's like, "Dude, trust me. If I do it, she'll get even more angry, and then she won't even give me the game, and we won't be able to play GTA." And at first I was like, "Nah, fuck that." But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? How bad could it be? Like, I want to play GTA too. So I thought about it for a minute, and I decided, like, okay, I'm going to do it, because it's just a knock on the door, right? So I go out in the hallway, go up to her door, knock on it like 3 times. I hear her yell, "Hold on." And I hear the bed springs like being super loud, like someone was moving on the bed really quick. And I didn't really think anything of that. But a few moments later, the door opens, and his sister's right there. And she has her hand covering, like, her chest. And, like, she's just peeking out a little bit through the crack of the door. And I was like, "Hey, Jeff wanted me to grab GTA." And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, he wants to play." And she's like, "Hold on." And she's like,
"Why do you girls even bother coming to school anyway? Go find a new stud to mount you."
What the hell is your problem? Say that again, I dare you.
She's probably just jealous because you're pretty and she's a piece. I mean, look at her.
Dude, you said that to her.
Why don't you all just grow up?
Good, she finally showed up.
Like, what was that all about? Totally had it coming. Come on, guys, knock it off.
Wait, really? You think Sonosaki's ugly? I don't know. I honestly find her kind of cute. She's tall, thin, long hair. She's kinda like a model. Dude, are you blind?
You into the freaky ones or something?
Are we looking at the same?
It's just the chidings of lascivious beast women. I will not let.
Oh, Sonosaki! Hey! Huh.
What do you want?
Yeah, I knew it. Sonosaki, you really are pretty, aren't you? You know what? You kind of look like Erica. Yeah, that supermodel who's in the cold medicine commercial, you know?
Stop looking at me! Get out of here! Disappear